The Triumphs of the Reformed Religion in America. The Life of the Renowned John Eliot, a person justly famous in the Church of God, not only as an eminent Christian and an excellent minister among the English, but also as a memorable evangelist among the Indians of New England, with some account concerning the late and strange success of the gospel in those parts of the world, which for many ages have lain buried in pagan ignorancy. Authors: Mater Cotton, 1663-1728, Matters Increase, 1639-1723, Wharton Philip Barton, 1613-1696. Memorable evangelist among the Indians of New England, with some account concerning the late and strange success of the gospel in those parts of the world, which for many ages have lain barren in pagan ignorancy. Written by Matters Cotton. Blessed is the servant whom his Lord, when he cometh, shall find so doing. Boston, printed by Benjamin Harris and John Allen, for Joseph Brunning at the corner of Prison Lane, dated 1691. To the Right Honorable Philip Lord Wharton, a no less noble than aged patron of learning and virtue, and a favourite of that great King, whose throne is in heaven and whose kingdom ruleth over all. May it please your Lordship, if it be considered that some evangelical and apostolical histories of the New Testament were by the direction of the Holy Spirit himself dedicated unto a person of quality, and that the noble person addressed with one such dedication entertained it with resentments, and encouraged his dear Lucilius, Lucilius, to make a second, the world would be satisfied that I do a thing but reasonable and agreeable, when upon a narrative of many evangelical and apostolical affairs, I presume to prefix the name of one so excellent for love to God, as your Lordship is known to be, the one upon this account only, to an unmeet subject, for the praises of an obscure pin, which now writes that I dare not so far intrude upon your honour as to ask your patronage unto all the New English principles and practices which are found in the character of our celebrated John Eliot, for as the distance of 1,000 leagues has made it impossible for and to attend the usual orders and manners of asking first your allowance for what I have openly entitled you unto, so the renowned John Eliot is gone beyond any occasion of this great human age patronage. But that which has procured unto your young Lordship the trouble of this dedication is my desire to give you the picture of one aged saint lately gone to the General Assembly, which the eternal King of Heaven, by the advances of your own age in the way of righteousness, does quickly summon yourself unto the profound respect which our Eliot had for your honour, will doubtless be answered and requited with your own value for the memory of such a memorable Christian, ministers, and evangelists, insomuch as your affections, like his, take nor their measures from these and those matters of doubtful disputation, but from such a universal piety and charity and holiness as he was an instance of. No man ever complained of it, that in the works of Christendom we find 7 orations, not so far asunder in the commendations of Paul, nor is in any fault that I have now written out of a commendation of a man whom a Pauline spirit had made illustrations. In describing him, I have made but little touches upon his parentage and family, because as the truly great Bastille excuses his omission for those things in his oration upon Gordius the martyr, this church as superfluous diminish it. But I have related those things of him which cannot but create a good esteem for him in the breast of your Lordship, who are a faithful and ancient witness against those distempers of the world, whereby, as the blessed Salvin, Salvin, lamented it, is forced to be low value, so noblest hold ourselves, and rise the sweetness of your thoughts upon your approaches, which may our God make both slow and sure unto that state wherein the least is greater than this John, but it may more ingeniously confess the whole ground and cause of this dedication. I must own 'tis to pay a part of a debt under which you have lain my country, when you did with your own honorable hand present his majesty the same account which I have here again published concerning the success of the gospel among the Indians in New England. My lord, in one Eliot you see what a people 'tis that you counted worthy of your notice, and what a people 'tis that with ardent prayers beseech the mercies of heaven for your noble family. Indeed, it is impossible that a country so full as New England is of what is truly primitive should not be exposed unto the bitterest enmity and calamity of those that will strive to entangle the church in an ardent ununiformedness, until our Jesus be to shortly make them known that he has loved what they have hated, maligned, persecuted. But if the God of New England have inclined any great parsonage to intercede or to interpose for the prevention of the ruins which ill men have designed for such country, or to procure for a people of an Eliot's complexion in religion the undisturbed enjoyment and exercise of that religion, it is a thing that calls for our most sensible acknowledgments. It is an odd superstition which the Indians of this country have among them, that they count it penalty of otherwise never prospering more, necessary for them never to pass by the graves of certain famous persons among them, without laying and leaving some token of regard thereupon. But we hope that all true Protestants will count it no more than what is equal and proper, that the land which has in it the grave of such a remarkable preacher to the Indians as our Eliot should be treated with such a love as the Jerusalem uses to find from them that are so proper. Upon that score, then, let my Lord accept a present from and for a remote corner in the New World, where God is praised on your behalf, a small present made by the hand of a rude American, who has nothing to recommend him unto your Lord except this, that he is the son of one whom you have admitted into your favors, and that he is ambitious to wear the title of my Lord, your Lordship's most humble and most obedient servant, Cotton Mather. End of the prefix.